Hello and welcome to another episode of Streaming Without a Paddle. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Ted.
This week, Ted and I took on the Netflix original The Rip.
The Rip!
1 hour, 52 minutes of action.
It was a lot of action.
It's a crime thriller.
It's great.
It's what it's billed as.
It's director's Joe Carnahan, who you would know from the movie Narc, the very popular 90s movie Narc. He also did Smoking Aces, which was a banger. He's done a lot of really cool movies. He's specifically good at this genre.
Yeah. I'm just looking at his CV here. This is, I mean, boss level, according to this, is... Well, no. Shadow Force, Not Without Hope. He did both of those in 2025. Or at least that's when they were released. So they probably shot it in 2024. And, of course, Rip here being released in 2026. That means they shot it in
2025.
So there you go. But up into that, you know, he's had a couple of years off, it looks like. I mean... I could be wrong.
But great action director. Great at this crime thriller sort of thing. He's very good at it.
Interesting that he's doing this, though. I mean, I'm not seeing anything that would stand out to a Matt Damon, Ben Affleck produced movie that would have the two of them. And I'm sure this is under their deal with Netflix.
Narc. The movie Narc is very, very...
Who's in that with them? I mean, that's back in 2002. That's 23 years old.
Well, he also did Smoking Aces, which Ben Affleck was in.
Oh, okay. All right. But that was back in 2006. So that's a long time ago.
It is a long time ago.
So, yeah. No. And I think one of the biggest kudos that needs to go out are the writers on this, and it would be...
Joe Carnahan.
And Michael McGrail. So, because this is a well-written motion picture.
It was very difficult. This speaks to how well it's written. It was very difficult to figure out who was on the take. I couldn't figure it out.
Go ahead. Tell everybody who's in this, and then I'll get into a real brief synopsis.
Okay. Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, Stephen Yeun, Teyana Taylor. Let me pronounce her name correctly. It's a three-namer. Catalina Sandino Moreno. Sasha Calle, Kyle Chandler. And that's pretty much the main people.
Yeah. That's... All right. And Matt Damon, Sasha Calle, Ben Affleck, and Teyana Taylor, Stephen Yeun, and... Catalina...
three names.
Yeah, right, ever. Got it.
Moreno.
And I'm going to take that back. Sasha Calle's not part of the...
No, she's the person
the Rip team, the Narcos team. So she is... I don't want to call her the victim, but she's... Well, she's... I don't want to say that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so, again, Damon, Affleck, Taylor, Yeun, and Moreno, they are part of a team that goes and deals with narcotics and seizures of drug stuff, related stuff. So, and then Sasha Calle is the victim. And all right, so here's the thing is that this movie, again, crime thriller, it's about this team, this police team that is under investigation internally by IA for the death of their captain, this special unit's captain, played by Lena Esco, who's also plays Ben Affleck, who's J.D. Byrne, his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Right. And Matt Damon is the second in command of this particular squad, special squad. Anyway, she's killed. It's not a spoiler because
the opening.
It's the opening,
Like
right?
literally the first 3 minutes.
Yeah, you know, if you were watching this, you would think this was a Disney movie because within the first 3 minutes, somebody's dead. So, well, that's the truth.
Yeah, it's funny.
I mean, it's the truth.
When you say it, it's funny.
Yeah, right? I mean, where's Bambi? He's going to come out. I'm looking for Bambi. Somebody died. All right. Anyway, and so the whole squad is under investigation because they believe the internal affairs believes that this has been an inter-squad murder. And so this is a real hard one not to say anything. Somebody within the squad, I'm not going to say who it is, somebody within the squad is actually trying to figure out if, they don't have no idea, if somebody in that squad is actually the killer. I mean, the FBI is involved. That's what I'll they're involved as well. So,
and also their rip was supposed to be 150,000, and it's
or 85
or 85
or 300.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different numbers, but it ends up being 20 million.
Right. And the rip is a term that the police use when it comes to a seizure. And so when they say that the rip was 150,000 or 85,000, depending on who you're talking to in the squad here, that's the take. That's the amount of cash that they're expecting to find drug money wise in this place, right? So the movie's just about trying to figure out who within the squad potentially is responsible for the death of their captain,
which I did not figure out until when it happened, when the audience found out.
Right.
I did not figure it out. I was like, which one of these dudes? Because I really thought Damon. This
was a thinker movie. I mean, I know this is going to be really difficult to talk about without giving anything about.
But I really thought Damon did a really good job. Well, all the acting is great.
I thought so too.
Like, there's no false note. Affleck is flying high. He's great. They're all great.
Now, this isn't a storyline spoiler, but I'm going to go ahead. Matt and Ben, obviously, they play best buddies because they are in real life. Matt is the lieutenant, and he has been promoted to captain now, and Ben Affleck is the sergeant, and he's basically next in command, and the rest of the team are just detectives.
Yeah.
And so, anyway, they get sent out on this rip and this seizure, and it's really funny because, and I still feel the same way. And this has been my talking point about this movie ever since. I really think that, and again, this is produced by Matt and Ben. I had a funny feeling or I have a funny feeling that when they were in pre-production on this movie and they were casting it, there was a lot of back and forth between between Matt and Ben were going to play the lieutenant, the second in command, which Matt ended up doing, and the sergeant, which Ben ended up doing.
Well, he's so big. Like, it wouldn't have worked. Like, Ben Affleck is a huge dude.
Well, see, I was looking at this more as a publicity, a personal, public persona kind of thing. Because when we start this movie, this is suspicion, and I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm not going to tell you if the suspicion's correct or wrong, because it could be. Because I really want you to watch this movie if you like crime thrillers, right? I want you to, and mysteries, because this is more of a mystery than it is a thriller.
Yeah,
this is a crime mystery.
Yes.
Anyway, I was thinking about halfway through this movie that the reason they let Matt take the role of the lieutenant is because his character is actually shadier than the character that Ben plays.
Yeah, he's not shady at all.
And so they were probably saying at some point in this movie, hey, I think Matt should play the lieutenant in this movie. I don't want to say lead, but the lieutenant in this movie, because Ben already has a pretty negative public persona. I mean, being a kind of a hothead and short-tempered and... Right? Am I wrong? Do you perceive that as well?
I don't know. I listened to him on a podcast the other day, and I think he's like, I'm not an asshole. It's just like, stop taking pictures of me when I'm with my kids. Like, I don't... But also, like, here, I got a secret for all the celebrities out there that don't want their picture taken. Don't live in Los Angeles.
Right.
You don't have to live there anymore.
Right.
I heard Matt Damon on the same podcast go, yeah, I live in New York. Moved to New York.
Was it Rogan?
Yeah, I reluctantly listened to that.
Okay, well, he's switched now.
Oh, yeah, he's back.
He's back, yeah, right.
We don't do things in the street.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, it's convenient.
Yeah. And I heard somebody, talking about that very fact that, they were really harping on him about it, is the fact that you had the largest podcast audience out there next to Streaming Without a Paddle.
That's true.
And you feel absolutely no responsibility, and then in the question form, not actual, no responsibility that you used your platform and your audience to cause what you are now vocally against.
Yeah, that's weird.
It's like, have you been smart enough in the beginning and seen what the rest of the world had seen or saw? You would have never done what you did, but you did it. So,
and you don't need money, so I don't know what you did it for.
Sit down and shut up. We appreciate you telling your audience that you made a mistake.
Now.
Right, anyway.
Why don't you have here's what I want Joe Rogan to do. Keep having comedians on, keep having these celebrity people or conspiracy theory alien people on. Don't have politicians on.
Right.
Just shut up.
Stay out of politics.
Yeah. That's a good rule, I think.
I think it is too. And that's where you will never see a politician on this show again.
No.
Right. Anyway, all right, let's just get back. We got to get back to this. I really thought that was because I really have, and I think others do too, that they feel that Ben Affleck, and obviously he's cognitive of it because he brought it up on that podcast.
Yeah.
That, the public generally sees him as an a-hole, right?
Yeah.
He's got that perception. So when they were casting this, I got a funny feeling they were sitting there and they were throwing it back between Matt and Ben, who was going to play the lieutenant, who comes off as an a-hole, right?
I thought he just came off as aggressive.
First of all, when you first start this movie, you think all the cops are on the take.
Yeah.
You think this whole squad is under the take.
The only thing I found kind of funny, is that scene at the beginning when they've all been interviewed about her death, and they're like on the back loading dock, just drinking bourbon and smoking cigs,
right?
And eating like barbecue, and I was like,
right,
it's like 110 degrees in Miami. You guys are all just back there hanging out, and then they're like, we got to go on a rip.
Yeah,
that was
on the clock, drinking it up. Yeah, which gave you the idea, and again, that's why I thought the credit on this movie goes to the writing and the directing. I mean, because I thought this movie was so masterfully written that it kept you thinking the whole time. And that can't be anything other than the writing.
Yeah, I think it's extremely well written.
I do too.
And I also think it's extremely well directed. I think my number is going to pop you today. I think you're going to be like, oh, wow. Okay.
No, I mean, yeah. So anyway, that was my big takeaway from this, and I'm not going to linger on it anymore. And I really think that if that was the case, that they were throwing back between Matt and Ben who was going to take the role of the lieutenant, I think ultimately they missed out. Because from a public persona, they couldn't have made Ben's personal perception any better had he actually started this movie as the most aggressive, as you termed it.
I mean, he starts the movie
two.
by punching an FBI agent who ends up being his brother.
Right.
Like punching him in the face.
Yeah. So
And what did I text you that we were going to talk about? Ben Affleck takes roles that he can smoke cigarettes in the scene as much as possible. That man loves cigarettes.
Yeah.
He loves them.
Yeah. Well, since we're just doing a little personal thing here, and I think honestly this was the only problem I had with this movie. Ben Affleck dyed his hair and beard for this movie. It was jet black.
He still is dyed. He's doing. I saw him on AB or Good Morning America or whatever.
I just watched him on something, and he had brown, and it was light colored. His beard was, and I'm just like, and it's so. I just why guys own it. I mean, Matt Damon in this movie owns it. He's got gray hair. He's got gray beard. He's gray. He owned it, but they played as if they were the same age.
Most of the time, I think that gave into the character. I think that character would dye his beard and hair. But most of the time, if you notice it, the actors, they keep that hair dark until they're about 60, and then they kind of let it go gray. But till then, like, look at McConaughey. Got that brown hair. It's like, brother, you are 55 years old. Your hair is not brown anymore.
Well, even Kyle Chandler in this movie, which...
Oh, he went gray, yeah.
He was gray. He was natural.
Yeah,
Ben was the only unnatural in the movie.
Kyle Chandler is not gray in that new Lanterns TV show he's in.
Okay, I'm just saying.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I hate it. I'm just going to say it. I think it detracts from movies or series or whatever when you know that the actor is dyeing their hair for whatever reason. I don't get it.
I've been in a makeup chair when I'm doing something, and they'll go. And I'm like, "What are you doing?" They're dyeing my beard,
right?
Because I'm real gray right here, and they'll just mascara it up.
Own it. I just, you know what? If they can't pull it off in a natural look, then recast it. And I'm just going to throw this one out here because we just watched that silly Christmas movie with Michelle Pfeiffer and Dennis Leary in it.
Dennis Leary is the king.
Just own it.
Like, your hair went from blonde to black to dark brown to light brown.
Yeah, he's like the Earth rainbow.
Yeah.
I mean, all right, let's. That was the only problem I had with this movie, Ted, was Ben Affleck dyeing his hair.
Oh.
And there was no reason for it. Why? Because it was 95% of this movie was shot at nighttime in the dark.
Yeah.
I mean, so you don't really need that. If you're shooting night stuff, I mean, goodness gracious, it's going to come across dark enough as it is. I mean, you might as well not make yourself a cutout for the evening sky. I mean, by darkening yourself up.
It didn't bother me that much.
Well, it did me. I know I'm being petty, but anytime I see somebody that I know, and they've done that, they've dyed their hair, it just, come on, own it. I'm owning it. Look at this. I mean, I'm gray. I'm owning it, right? And I got a big old bald spot on the back of my head now.
I don't have a bald spot, but Andrew, about 9 months ago, I was saying, yeah, I'm starting to get... I said something about my facial hair going gray, and he goes, yeah, and the side of your hair, too. I can see it right there. And I was like, what an asshole.
Well, just own it. That's all I'm saying. All right. Well, the acting in this was good. I was very impressed, and I think Sasha Calle was amazing in this. Yet another one of those young people coming up. She's 30 years old. She just knocked it out of the park. I tell you what. If I'm casting in my options, because she's Latino, if my options are between what's the young lady who plays, because I'm horrible with names. I'm not doing this on purpose, folks.
Are you talking about the girl that was in the two
Wednesday.
movies? Oh, Jenna Ortega.
Jenna Ortega or Sasha Calle. I'm taking Sasha Calle over Jenna Ortega. If I'm casting something, if that's my option, I'm taking her. So I'm putting it out because her performance in this was great, and I was very, very, very impressed with her work. I mean, everybody did really well, but her role was.
She's Supergirl.
Her role was pretty integral in this, and she had some response related acting that she sold. They were like, "What are you doing here?"
Yeah.
It's my grandmother's house. I mean, things that really needed to be sold to the audience through acting instead of just words.
She's the first non-white Supergirl. It just said that in the facts.
Okay. I like her. Again, Jenna Ortega or Sasha Calle. I'm taking Sasha Calle going forward at this point. There's no reason not to.
They're both good.
So, I'm not saying Ortega's bad. I think this little girl right here, this young lady is really good. Really, really good. So, and Stephen Yeun, he did a great job too.
He's the best part of Walking Dead.
So
he was the best.
Oh, was
part.
he in Walking? I'm not a watcher. It's Shocker, right?
He's the guy that when the Negan, the character, showed up, it was like this big character from the comic books. They killed him, and it was when like a third of the show stopped watching because he was such a fan favorite.
Oh,
he was great on the show.
He did great in this.
He's great in everything. He's really good. They're all really good. There's not a sour note in there.
Right. Well, here's my breakdown. The acting in it was great, but this movie was made because of the writing and the directing on it, and I'm gonna break that down in my what made it category. That 80% of it made it was because of the writing, and then 20% for the directing. But out of everything, the acting, the production value, everything in it, I'm giving the writing, directing 70% of what made this movie good.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think you could plug and play a lot of different actors in there and it'd still be great.
Yeah.
I don't think it even matters if you had a name in there.
Yeah. I don't, yeah.
But I understand why they produced it and wanted to put it out and do everything. I mean, I would want to play those parts.
Yeah. At one point I thought, you know what? I would have liked to have seen Tom Hardy playing opposite Matt Damon. Sorry, Ben.
I thought Ben was great.
I think he did a good job too.
That's the role I would want to play if I were in there.
Right? Okay.
If I were in this movie, I would want to play that role, not the Matt Damon role.
Well, see, and there's the other thing too is the Matt Damon role, Lieutenant. No offense, but he plays a smarter role because he's figured out this thing to do, and again, I just it comes back to me personally on the public persona that I have of Ben Affleck. And I think he could have done himself a lot of favor from taking the other role, and in the crescendo of this, people go, "Good for you."
I don't think it works. He's too big.
Okay,
he's like 6'4".
Yeah, nice tats.
Yeah, I saw somebody in another interview be like, "They're giving." Damon saying he's ripped, but you're pretty ripped. And he's like, Damon looked at him and pointed, and he's like, yeah, he couldn't get his shirt off quick. He goes, what'd they put that scene in for? He goes, actor vanity, and I can only get in shape this well a couple more times, and so I'm doing it.
Oh, and I'm all for actress vanity, so that's me. All right, Ted, let's get to some real numbers on this. You want to go? You want me to?
91.
Okay, all right. Well, see, I'm an 8.4.
Yeah.
I'm an 8.4. Last week we watched People We Meet on Vacation, and I gave that an 8.9. And so I'm going back to the last movie I watched, and was this better than that movie from an Enjoyables? You walked in here today. What was playing on the television when you walked in?
That movie.
People We Meet on Vacation.
So for me...
Yeah.
I'm looking at this movie, and I'm not ever going to watch it again. Like, probably. It's not a rewatch.
No, it's not.
Because once you know what's the point, but it is a great movie. It is very well made.
Right.
Very well done. I just, so far, the two movies we've watched have been so much better. 3 movies?
well, I think we're into 4 now.
Are we?
Yeah, this is
They've
our 4th
all
of the year.
been so much better than almost everything we watched last year.
Yeah, no, we're really firing on all cylinders so far. So kudos on that. That's just awesome. So yeah, I just thought this was for that very reason. If this was the kind of movie that you could watch over and over and over again, I think my score would have been higher. But it's a one-off.
Yeah, I understand that. Like, I watched The Smashing Machine last night. You know what I'm talking about?
The
Dwayne Johnson biopic of the guy that whatever smashed machine.
Yeah.
And I knew that it wasn't heavily doing MMA. Like, it's more about this guy just completely crumbling.
Right.
But, like, I saw it get all these weird reviews because people were going in thinking they were going to see an MMA movie.
Right.
And it's more about him having drug problems and being destroyed. So
right.
It's a one-off movie, but it's done extremely well by everybody involved with it. So if we I rented it, but if we were like to score it, I would score it very high. But I'm not ever going to watch it again.
Right. I started, and I'm going to do some shorts on these too. I started Ponies. That's with Emilia Clarke and I forget the other young lady. It's a period thing back in the 70s in Russia. They end up being American spies working for the CIA. What did I get? 3 episodes, 2 episodes in? 2 episodes. I'm really enjoying that series so far. I'm doing a short on that. And I watched also, I don't know if I'll do a short on this or not, but I watched the Chevy Chase documentary on CNN.
He is.
Chevy Chase, and you are not.
And that's exactly his attitude.
And so it was very, very well. You know, we've both been around it, right? And there's just, and if you're not built for it, it's hard to handle. But his fame just catapulted. And that's just kind of a hard thing, I think, for people to handle. And I'm not defending the guy by any means, because more than once he was referred to as an a-hole, right?
Yeah.
But he really exploded. And I didn't realize how much influence he had when it came to direction and the writing for Saturday Night Live. I mean, he was only there one season. And
they all hated him.
And he, you know, he's the one that created Weekend Update. That was his thing. He was actually, according to this, if I'm remembering correctly, he was just brought on as a writer. Mm-hmm. And then he just quickly became a fan favorite. And then, because he was such a fan favorite, Hollywood came calling, and he just started cranking out movies.
I saw a clip yesterday of him being. They were sitting. It was him, Dangerfield, one of the other people, Ted Stack or Ted, whatever that guy's name is. The old actor.
It was the cast of Caddyshack.
Yeah, and he says something about his shirt, and he's like, "Oh, you don't like my shirt?" And he starts like going off.
Yeah.
And you can just see Bill Murray being like, sit back, and he throws his arms up, and you can just tell Bill Murray hates it. Bill Murray just looks at him like with the most like, "God, you're such a child."
Well, I'm not going to get into it here because I realize that it's all hearsay. Mm-hmm. And Ted Knight was the guy.
Ted Knight, that's it.
Ted Knight.
Ted Knight looked like he
was on the Mary Taylor Moore show.
He watched a small child throw a fit. That was really a 30-year-old man.
Yeah.
And we've been around it. I've seen that meltdown happen. I have been on set and seen that happen.
That's what I'm saying, though. That's what I'm saying, is that we've been around it and we've seen how celebrities deal with fame and what they're doing differently. There's those like I'm just going to throw them out because they're personal to me. Mr. Roper, Norman Fells, one of the original Rat Pack guys. Actually, I worked with him and on a pilot, and he was, I mean, and when we did the pilot, he was already huge in that sense. I mean, everybody in the world knew him as Mr. Roper, but he was great. But I've worked with other people, and I'm not going to say their names, that just don't know how to. They don't see a big picture.
Well, one thing in my experience,
Yeah,
most of them try to start off being very nice and positive, but one little thing can completely derail everything. That's what I've seen.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I didn't get, that's not, no, that sort of spiraling. Like, but the best of them, and you hear this about Tom Cruise, you hear about Will Smith, really, like the best of them go out of their way to know every single person and be as nice as possible.
yeah.
I'm only going to give a positive story, but I did that Holland, Michigan movie.
Right.
I mean, I don't know of a nicer person than Nicole Kidman. As nice as humanly possible. I sat next to her for 3 days, as nice as could be, and asked the other actor am I in his eye line so he needs to see me? And they're like, you can go. She's like, no, I'll stay.
Right.
I mean, that's that.
But that's what I'm talking. I think after watching this documentary with Chevy, that he just had a hard time with fame.
Yeah, which is fair.
Which we'll cover on another show. But I worked with the UPM / associate producer of Caddyshack on another project, and for people out there, the unit production manager, the UPM. They're really in the thick of it. I mean, when it starts rolling, it has to roll through the UPM at some point, right? That's the toughest, as I see it. That's the toughest job of anybody behind the scene. I mean, they see it all. They have to deal with it all. If you take a scenario where an actor gets arrested, the producers are contacted, right? But it's the UPM most of the time that has to make it right.
Yeah.
It has to fix it.
Yes.
Right?
How much fixing was he doing?
So I just wanted to say that, and I might get into that on another show. And the UPM, that this guy, Ted Swanson, I can say his name because all I got to do is look at the credits. Ted and I worked on another show, and I was kind of his right-hand man on this show. So, matter of fact, there's a trophy over here in my corner. It's got the kickboxing and helmet on it, or the wrestling helmet. Anyway, that was part of the Dalai Lama golf tournament trophy. They had a big base on it that's no longer with us because he was the Dalai Lama, right? Okay. From Caddyshack. Yeah. We were just Dalai Lama. And so we had this golf tournament while we were doing that project, and we had a big trophy here. And Clay Newbill will say he won that trophy, but it sits here in my office because everybody that was in the Dalai Lama tournament knows who really won it. Right?
Yeah.
So, anyway, sorry, Clay. That's true. You know it. You didn't even take the vitamins that were inside the trophy. All right. Anyway, I'll talk. Ted's got all the stories shared all the stories on Caddyshack with me because it was a very transformative project for him as a person. Uh-huh. So anyway, all right. Ted has got this week's Rewind.
Yeah. And
all right, go for it.
You know what it's going to be?
I don't know.
Caddyshack 2.
Oh. I thought you wanted people to watch that?
I think we should all rewatch it. I mean, it's a stinker. No, I'm kidding. We're not going to do Caddyshack 2.
Okay, good.
Because I don't even know where it's streaming. Because you know what's crazy? I have seen that movie multiple times because it came out when I was like 11. Right. It was just, it's terrible.
Yeah.
Whitewater Summer, starring Kevin Bacon and Sean Astin.
Oh,
it's a great movie. It's great, and it's on Amazon right now.
That is a good movie.
It's so good. I just rewatched it because my mother-in-law was in town over Christmas, and one of their favorite movies is River Wild. And I was like, "You guys ever seen this other Kevin Bacon Whitewater movie?" And they were like, "No." And I showed it to them, and they loved it.
Yeah, I follow him on Instagram. And I just, for some reason, and he's a prolific poster on Instagram. I'm fascinated by him.
He's great.
And it's beyond the 6 degrees of separation that you can trace everybody back to Kevin Bacon within 6 degrees. So there you go.
I'm one.
To Kevin. I have to think on that, but
yeah, you've got to have some sort of through the Rick Moranis tree of somebody meeting somebody.
Well, and I've done a lot of shows too, so
true. But I'm just saying, like, I'm thinking of the biggest star.
I'm trying to think who I would have worked off. I'll think of it anyway. There you go. I do. I like Kevin, and you're right. That is a good movie. What was it on Prime?
Yep. It's great.
And for our audience, and Ted gave me a little crap before the show. He said, you didn't finish. I bet you didn't finish. What was the name of it?
Judgment Night.
Judgment Night. And he's right. I haven't finished, but I got another 20 minutes into it, and I had to shut her down again because it just got too intense for me. I can't believe I'm reacting this way to this show, this movie. It's tough.
Dude, you got to finish it. It's not that hard. I didn't give you something that's crazy violent. It is, but it's not.
It is.
It is, but it's not.
I'm thinking to myself, I'd rather watch Twisted Metal or what's easier to watch is Fast Freddy 5 or what's the Five Finger Freddy?
Yeah.
That horror,
the second one. I haven't even seen the second one.
I haven't seen the second one, but the first one was kind of rough. So dinner at Freddy's or something like that, right?
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Five Nights at Freddy's. There you go. This is worse than Five Nights.
I might watch that tonight.
Freddy's,
the new one.
Okay, all right.
There's actually a lot of $5 on Amazon.
Okay, well, there's a lot of good stuff that just dropped, and there's some bad stuff too. Like I'm going to tune in to see what everybody was, why they hated the new Running Man with Glenn Powell.
It just
dropped.
I saw it, and it's good.
Okay? It got panned.
I mean, whatever. It's good. I mean, it's not like changing anything, but like, it's good.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, we're glad you're here. Watch. Watch The Rip.
Yes, watch The Rip.
No, it's a good movie. It's a real good movie. Here, I'll put it this way. My wife watched it with me, and she was really reluctant. She asked me what it was, and I told her on the front end, it's a crime thriller. Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, and she just, because of the way we are in the world today and all the horror movies and stuff Ted's made me watch, she's like, nope, I'm not even participating in this. I'm going to go do something. She sat down and she watched it, and you know what? She enjoyed it.
It's good.
So it's not over the top.
It's very realistic.
That makes it milder to absorb.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I did a pilot called The Gauntlet, and I basically lived with, for a couple of weeks, one of these drug task force 21. If you go to Beta Fish Media Group's YouTube channel, you can watch the sizzle reel that we put together for the pitch of this reality show. And so I had a little connection with what was going down last night. But I got to send out kudos to Task Force 21 here in the state of Tennessee. They were one of the leading our drug task force, and I learned a lot from them. They just uber talented. So, all right. Having said that, this is a watch on both Ted and I. Again, The Rip, and it's on Netflix. 1 hour, 52 minutes. Didn't seem it.
Nope.
Move quick. All right. Till next week, I'm Andrew.
And I'm Ted.
Rip!